I'm not going to sugarcoat it. If you're even considering groveling for a moment of their attention, it's time to reevaluate. Are you really ready to diminish yourself again, believing that this time they might recognize your worth? Or worse, have you already done it? Have you sacrificed so much that you hardly recognize yourself anymore? Take a moment and look inward. Why can't you see the value that you hold? Why waste your time, energy, and emotions on someone who barely acknowledges your existence? What makes them so central in your life that you're willing to compromise your self-respect, dignity, and strength just to catch their eye? Let's be real. It's not them who placed themselves at the center of your universe. You did that. You've given them the impression that your worth is negotiable, and now you're left feeling depleted and unappreciated. After everything you've invested, what do you truly get in return? Do they treat you with the respect you deserve? No. They see you as an option, someone who lingers in the background, waiting for crumbs of attention. They fail to recognize your worth because you've allowed them to overlook it. You've shown them it's okay to take you for granted. And now, that's exactly what they do. Enough is enough. It's time to reclaim your power. Stop diminishing yourself for someone who doesn't even notice your absence. Stop craving validation from someone who doesn't match your energy. They won't start treating you with respect until you make it clear that it's non-negotiable, and that starts today. Today, we're flipping the narrative. From now on, they're going to feel the void you leave behind. They're going to realize the depth of what they've lost and will regret not valuing you sooner. This isn't about playing games or seeking revenge. It's about reinstating your value and ensuring they know you're not to be taken lightly. You're not just an option or a backup plan. You are someone worth longing for, someone unforgettable. So, I challenge you. If you're ready to stop being the one who chases, stop being the one who settles, and reclaim your worth, then affirm this: I am enough. Say it, believe it, and own it. Share it in the comments as your personal declaration. This is your turning point, the moment they start realizing you're not just another face in the crowd. Let's dive in. Today we're exploring the darker side of psychology, those extreme tactics that will compel them to recognize your value without you uttering a single word. Sometimes, when nothing else penetrates, when they've dismissed your efforts and neglected your worth, it requires a more impactful approach, one that taps into the essence of human behavior. This isn't about passively waiting for them to wake up. It's about deploying strategies that force them to confront your true significance. These aren't just run-of-the-mill tips. These are powerful methods designed to alter their perception of you, making it impossible for them to forget you. You will no longer be the one chasing after their approval, bending over backward, or compromising your dignity. Instead, they'll be the ones consumed by thoughts of you, grappling with the absence of your presence. Each of these 11 dark tricks is meticulously crafted to evoke feelings of loss and longing, making them crave your attention like never before. But remember, you must commit to all of them, every single tactic. Skip just one, and you risk slipping back into being overlooked. Each strategy is designed to enhance the others, drawing them deeper into your orbit, leaving them craving more of you without fully grasping why. This represents the pinnacle of influence, granting you command without the need to plead, pursue, or wait in vain. So if you're prepared to become truly unforgettable and make them feel your magnetic presence, let's delve into these 11 powerful dark psychology tactics right now. Now, some of you might feel that employing these strategies seems manipulative or even harmful, that you're merely engaging in a game of deception. But let's clarify, this isn't about tricking or hurting anyone. It's about recognizing and leveraging the fundamental principles of human interaction. Think of it this way: water can drown, but in the right circumstances, it nurtures life and sustains growth. These methods are instruments. they can foster authentic, meaningful connections when wielded with sincerity. Picture a stunning, elusive butterfly in a garden. It doesn't chase anyone, yet all who see it are instinctively drawn to admire its beauty. Its power lies in its very essence, in the energy it radiates. You're learning to cultivate that same captivating essence within yourself, an aura that attracts others without any forced effort. As Epictetus wisely noted, it's not what happens to you, but how you react to it that matters. This journey is about elevating yourself, transforming into someone they simply cannot overlook because you've committed to your own growth, self-worth, and boundaries. Implementing these techniques isn't about deceiving them. It's about comprehending what truly fascinates and engages people. You're guiding them to recognize your worth, not through pressure or displays, but by embodying depth, poise, and confidence. You're not manipulating, you're revealing a version of yourself that's rich, intriguing, magnetic, and self-sustaining. When executed correctly, these tools won't harm anyone. Instead, they cultivate a genuine attraction based on authentic interest rather than relentless pursuit. Always remember, the greatest victory is that which requires no battle. These are your means to master yourself and, consequently, leave a profound impression on those around you. So this isn't about manipulation at all. And guess what? You need to embrace all 11 strategies because they build upon each other, creating a powerful momentum. Each tactic amplifies the others, establishing a framework that makes you truly unforgettable. You can't simply select a few. The real strength lies in the full suite working harmoniously to draw others in naturally and effortlessly. Now, let's plunge into our 11 dark psychology tactics and begin transforming your presence from mundane to mesmerizing. If you haven't already, hit that like button below this video. Not only does it help spread this valuable message to others, but it also connects you to a community committed to growth and self-mastery. Always keep in mind that empowering others to reclaim their lives is essential too. So let's dive right into our first dark psychology tactic. Number 1, the power of intentional absence. When it comes to making someone think of you constantly, nothing compares to this strategic withdrawal. It's a bold move, but make no mistake, this isn't a game. It's about reclaiming your autonomy. For far too long, you've allowed them to dictate your emotional state, lingering for a message or a hint of their interest. Why let them treat you like an option, as if your presence is just something to pick up whenever it suits them? You are not their backup plan. You are not here to fulfill their whims. It's time they experience what it means when you step back, when you create a distance, even if only temporarily. It sends shockwaves through their reality. Think of it like this. When there's music in the background, it fades into the background until it stops. Suddenly, the silence feels foreign, almost eerie. That's the sensation your absence will evoke in them. Once you cease to reach out and stop being readily available, they'll start to notice. Initially, they may not grasp what's changed, but slowly they'll feel that void, and it will begin to gnaw at them. Every time they check their phone and see no message from you, a flicker of curiosity will spark, evolving into thoughts, questions, and eventually longing. In today's fast-paced world, there's an expectation that people are always reachable. There's an unspoken rule that you should respond immediately, be there at a moment's notice, and remain accessible. Yet, the more available you are, the less they appreciate your presence. Why? Because they assume you'll always be around. Intentional absence disrupts this pattern entirely. You're introducing something unexpected, something that compels them to pause and truly reflect. When you create this space, they'll sense it. They'll begin to wonder why you've gone quiet, what has shifted, and most importantly, if they've done something to cause it. This discomfort will lead them to think of you more frequently. There's a reason the saying goes, absence makes the heart grow fonder. It's human nature to miss what we can't have. People are drawn to what feels scarce and unpredictable. By stepping back, you become that elusive, captivating figure. They'll start recalling the moments they took for granted while you were always there. Perhaps it was your ability to listen, your unwavering support, or simply the comfort of knowing someone genuinely cared. Whatever it is, your absence will weigh heavily on them, and that's precisely the outcome you seek. Instead of being merely an option, you transform into someone they can't stop thinking about, someone they yearn for. This tactic is powerful because it operates on a psychological level. Humans are instinctively wired to notice what's absent and to feel the void left by something they once took for granted. When you give too much of yourself, you risk becoming background noise, something easily overlooked. Intentional absence flips that narrative. Suddenly, your absence becomes a stark contrast, a profound silence that demands attention. They'll replay past interactions, wondering if they missed a sign, searching for clues that suggest things might be shifting. Number 2. Seed of doubt. One of the most effective strategies for keeping someone's thoughts on you is introducing a seed of doubt, an understated suggestion that they might not fully understand your feelings, or that you're not solely focused on them. This isn't about fabricating stories, it's about subtly conveying that you're an individual with options, someone who attracts attention from others. By planting this seed of doubt, you provoke their curiosity about whether someone else could capture your interest, ensuring you stay on their mind. People inherently desire stability and control, especially in relationships. When they feel assured of your attention and affection, they often begin to take it for granted. This is simply human behavior. However, when you introduce an element of uncertainty, implying that your attention is precious and not theirs alone, you disrupt their sense of comfort. Suddenly they start wondering, am I truly the only one they think about? Do I need to step up to keep their interest? It's a gentle nudge that sparks their curiosity and insecurity without any overt action. The beauty of this approach lies in its subtlety. There's no need to create drama or jealousy. Often it's as simple as mentioning social plans or a compliment you received. The key is to remain understated. You're not broadcasting attention from others. You're merely hinting that you have value, something others might want to pursue if they're not careful. Picture this. You're chatting with them, and in a casual moment you mention that you recently encountered someone interesting who complimented you. Don't overemphasize it. Simply drop it into the conversation and move on. Their mind will handle the rest. Now they're left wondering who this person was, if you enjoyed their company, and if they should be concerned about your attention drifting. This uncertainty lingers, keeping you in their thoughts long after the conversation ends. The power of this tactic lies in maintaining their interest. A seed of doubt acts like a small itch in their mind, not enough to incite jealousy, but just enough to make them reconsider their place in your life. This keeps you relevant, making them feel like your attention is something they must actively secure. Soon, they'll find themselves thinking, what do I need to do to keep them interested? They'll likely step up their efforts, realizing that your affection is no longer guaranteed. But remember, this isn't about inflicting pain. You're not trying to make them insecure to an unhealthy degree. You're merely highlighting that you have a life full of options and values beyond their approval. You're subtly indicating that others may find you appealing too. This realization is often all it takes to reignite their interest, ensuring you remain a priority in their mind. As Marcus Aurelius said, "The happiness of your life depends upon the quality of your thoughts." By introducing a seed of doubt, you're giving them something to ponder, an intriguing perspective that enhances their desire for you. You're demonstrating that your attention isn't guaranteed, it's something they must earn. So, as you move forward, remember the power of this tactic. Let them see that others notice you, that you're not just waiting for their validation. This isn't a game, it's a way to inspire them to appreciate you, to recognize your worth. And the best part, they won't even be aware of the shift. They'll simply feel an urge to keep you close, sensing that if they don't, someone else might. Try this approach and watch as they begin to invest more effort in keeping your attention, proving their worth to you. This subtle seed of doubt will linger, making you an unforgettable thought, one they can't shake. Now here's the affirmation I want you to write in the comments. I am deserving of admiration. Say it, believe it, and remind yourself every time you feel the urge to overextend yourself. You're not here to be overlooked. You're someone of value, and that's a truth you'll carry with you. Stay tuned, because this is only the start. We're moving on to even more impactful tactics that will deepen their connection to you in ways they can't ignore. Get ready for the next step, one that further entangles their thoughts with yours. Number 3. False closeness. When it comes to leaving a lasting impression on someone's mind, fostering a sense of false closeness can be one of the most powerful psychological techniques. This isn't about deception, it's about strategically sharing just enough of yourself to make them feel intimately connected, even if they've only scratched the surface. False closeness involves revealing selective, meaningful details that create a sense of intimacy. Moments that feel personal and special, as if they're gaining access to parts of your life that few others know about. You don't need to divulge every detail. Instead, choose specific stories or insights that resonate deeply. Perhaps it's an anecdote about a defining moment in your life or a belief that shapes your worldview. These intentional revelations allow them to feel like they're connecting with you on a profound level, even if what they're learning is just a fraction of who you are. Picture yourself in conversation, sharing a significant experience that altered your outlook. You don't have to be overly sentimental, but your sincerity will shine through, creating a connection that feels genuine. This bond encourages them to see you as someone who offers a unique perspective, someone they can relate to on a deeper plane. The beauty of this tactic is that while they feel they know you well, the essence of who you are remains just out of reach, shrouded in mystery. People are instinctively drawn to those they feel an emotional link with. By crafting moments of false closeness, you cultivate trust and comfort, leading them to reflect on those exchanges and view you as someone special in their lives. As a result, they may start to believe they hold a unique place in your world, heightening their desire to maintain your connection. And here's the secret. By retaining some of your depths, you keep their curiosity alive. They'll sense that there's much more to uncover about you, compelling them to seek more of those intimate moments that they believe are exclusive to them. Now, here's your affirmation. I am captivating. Write it in the comments right now. This isn't about losing your power. It's about recognizing that people are naturally drawn to you. You don't have to bare your soul completely to be unforgettable. By crafting this sense of closeness, you offer them a glimpse into your world without revealing all your layers. Stay with me, because we're about to delve deeper into techniques that will amplify your allure, strategies that make you utterly unforgettable. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Number 4. Push and pull. When it comes to keeping someone consistently thinking about you, the push and pull technique is a timeless and effective strategy. This isn't about manipulation, it's about establishing a natural rhythm in your interactions, keeping them intriguing and unexpected. Mastering the push and pull means demonstrating that you're not always accessible and your attention is a coveted resource. This dynamic creates a sense of desire, making them question their standing with you and fueling their longing for your connection. Here's how it unfolds. One moment, you're fully engaged, attentive, and enthusiastic. This is the push. They feel valued, connected, and appreciated. But just as they settle into that comfort, you ease back. You take a step back from initiating contact, become a bit more reserved, or delay your responses. This is the pull. It stirs up questions in their mind. What changed? Did I do something to push them away? Am I losing their interest? Before long, they find themselves reaching out, eager to reconnect and reclaim the bond they thought was secure. The push and pull technique works because it taps into their inherent need for affirmation and stability. People naturally gravitate toward what seems just out of reach, and by introducing some distance, they'll feel compelled to make more effort to draw you back in. It's like a dance where they feel your warmth, only to have you step away. This unpredictability creates a magnetic tension, leading them to think about you more as they ponder their place in your life. But remember, this approach isn't about being cruel or calculating, it's about maintaining balance. When you're overly available, it's easy for them to overlook your worth. The push and pull reminds them that your attention is valuable and they must earn it. Now here's an affirmation I want you to post in the comments. I am worth pursuing. Say it, believe it, and own that truth. You don't need to chase anyone. You're someone deserving of admiration. This is about them wanting your presence, not the other way around. Stick with me, because the next technique delves even deeper into crafting an allure that leaves a lasting impression. You won't want to miss what's coming next. Number 5. Mixed signals. Human nature is hardwired to seek out clarity and consistency, yet it also thrives on the allure of uncertainty. When someone finds you difficult to read, they begin to fixate on your thoughts, your behaviors, and their place in your life. This is where the tactic of mixed signals becomes incredibly effective. By providing contradictory messages, you maintain an air of mystery and unpredictability that keeps them pondering about you constantly. Mixed signals function by creating emotional fluctuations. One moment, you're warm, engaged, and attentive, making them feel cherished and important. They start to relax into that comfort, thinking they hold a special place in your life. Then, just as they settle in, you shift gears. You become a bit more aloof, less available, or even slightly distracted. This sudden change leaves them questioning, what did I do? Are they pulling away? This uncertainty keeps them on their toes, prompting them to analyze every interaction and decode your feelings. The push and pull play into their desire for validation. When you're fully present, they feel valued. When you withdraw, they're driven to regain that attention and warmth. This creates a captivating cycle of engagement and retreat, ensuring you remain central in their thoughts. It's the emotional equivalent of a thrilling roller coaster, exciting, a touch nerve-wracking, and absolutely unforgettable. But remember, this isn't about inflicting pain or playing with emotions. Mixed signals aren't intended to toy with someone's heart. They highlight your complexity, demonstrating that you aren't easily defined or controlled. When they see that they can't quite pin you down, they'll invest more energy into deciphering you, intensifying their desire for your approval. Here's an affirmation for you to share in the comments. I am an enigma. Say it, believe it, and remind yourself that you're not here to lay everything bare. You're meant to be captivating, someone they're endlessly curious about. And don't go anywhere, because in the next segment, we'll explore a tactic that amplifies their desire even further, making you the one they simply can't stop thinking about. Number 6. The mirage of need. The mirage of need is a remarkably subtle yet impactful psychological strategy for keeping someone constantly thinking about you. This technique crafts the impression that they hold a special place in your life, even suggesting that you rely on them without ever relinquishing your independence. Imagine giving them a glimpse of intimacy, a suggestion that they matter to you, while maintaining an air of self-sufficiency. Here's how it unfolds. Allow them to witness moments when you appear slightly vulnerable or in need of a listening ear. It might be as simple as sharing a light remark about a stressful day or hinting at challenges you're facing. You're not revealing every detail. You're just offering a peek into your life that implies you trust them with a softer side. This openness fosters a sense of closeness, making them feel like they're connecting with a unique aspect of you. People naturally gravitate toward those they believe they can support. However, the secret lies in ensuring they never feel like they are your sole source of strength. You want them to feel significant, but not so vital that they begin to overlook your worth. By occasionally stepping back, you remind them that while you may share your vulnerabilities, you're still a strong, capable individual on your own. This keeps them curious and eager to play that special role in your life. The mirage of need strikes a delicate balance. They perceive themselves as important, yet they're always questioning how essential they truly are. This dynamic keeps them engaged and invested, prompting them to reflect on their place in your world. Here's an affirmation to anchor yourself. I am complete within myself. Write it in the comments as a reminder that while your vulnerability may draw them in, it's your strength that truly captivates them. Stick around because next we'll delve into a technique that heightens attraction even further, ensuring you remain the person they can't stop thinking about. Number 7. Create a rivalry. One of the most powerful methods to keep someone consistently thinking about you is to ignite a subtle sense of rivalry. When they perceive that they're vying for your attention, it triggers their competitive instincts, compelling them to focus on you even more. The key is to cultivate this feeling of competition without overtly involving anyone else in a way that seems contrived. You want them to intuit that they're not the sole contender for your attention without needing to state it outright. Here's how you can do this. Casually mention past relationships or significant friendships that showcase how others have appreciated you. Talk about someone who recognized a unique trait or talent that sets you apart, emphasizing that you are valued by others. You're not dwelling on the past. Instead, you're allowing them to see that your worth has been acknowledged, which plants the seed that they could potentially lose you if they're not careful. For instance, you might say something like, "A friend once told me they admired my creativity. It's always nice to hear that someone values that side of me." This small statement subtly indicates that others recognize your exceptional qualities, prompting them to question whether they are doing enough to secure your interest. This little spark of rivalry keeps them alert, motivating them to invest more energy into the connection. Humans are naturally inclined to desire what others cherish or aspire to have. By fostering this gentle sense of competition, you're encouraging them to see you as someone worth pursuing, intensifying their interest and concern over losing you. Here's an affirmation to reinforce this perspective. I am worth pursuing. Write it in the comments and embrace it, reminding yourself that your value is recognized by others and you deserve their effort. Stay engaged, because the next strategy will delve even deeper into captivating their attention, forging a connection they'll be reluctant to let go of. Number 8. Limited access. The concept of limited access is both straightforward and effective. People cherish what isn't readily available. By making yourself less accessible, you elevate the significance of each interaction, turning time with you into something special. When you're always on hand, your presence can easily be taken for granted. However, by setting boundaries and limiting your availability, you create a sense of exclusivity that heightens their desire for you. They'll begin to view every moment spent together as a rare opportunity, something to be treasured, not expected. Here's how to implement this strategy. You take charge of when, where, and how often you engage with them. This doesn't imply ignoring them or playing mind games. It's about being intentional. Don't feel compelled to answer calls right away or reply to texts instantly. Allow yourself to be busy, showing them that your life is filled with interests and relationships that matter. They should feel like they need to earn your attention. Picture this. They ask if you're available to meet up. Instead of eagerly accepting, you casually mention that you have plans, but might be free later in the week. This simple action conveys that you're not dropping everything for them. You have your own life and priorities. Suddenly, you're no longer just another option. You're someone with boundaries and a vibrant life, someone they must consider fitting into their schedule. This approach fosters respect and curiosity. They'll start wondering what you're doing, who you're spending time with, and what makes your life so engaging that you can't always be free. This air of mystery keeps them intrigued, ensuring that they think about you even when you're not around. Here's an affirmation to support this mindset. I am worth pursuing. Write it in the comments as a reminder that you don't need to be perpetually available to be appreciated. By limiting access to your time and attention, you highlight that each moment spent with you is valuable. Stay with me, because the next section will reveal a technique that further enhances their attraction, keeping you consistently in their thoughts. Number 9. Delayed response. The delayed response technique is a powerful way to keep someone guessing and focused on you. In an era where quick replies are the norm, taking your time before responding sends a clear message. When you pause before replying, you create an emotional space that leaves them wondering what's taking you so long and what you might be doing in the meantime. This doesn't mean you should ignore them for extended periods or play games. It's about being intentional with your timing. If they send a message, let it linger for a bit before you respond. If they ask something, take a moment to gather your thoughts. This simple act communicates that you're not just waiting for their messages. Your time is valuable, and you have other things going on. Picture this scenario. They text you, and instead of an immediate reply, you wait a little while. Suddenly they start to wonder, are you busy? Are you with someone else? This uncertainty keeps you at the forefront of their mind, making them check their phone more often and contemplate your intentions. By delaying your responses, you highlight that you're not fully accessible, which enhances your allure in their eyes. It's a subtle yet effective strategy that transforms ordinary conversations into something that lingers in their thoughts long after the exchange. Here's an affirmation to reinforce this mindset. I set the pace. Write it down in the comments as a reminder that your time and attention hold significance. Control. Write it in the comments and let it remind you that you have the power to dictate the rhythm of your interactions. You're not rushing to gain approval. Instead, they're the ones yearning for yours. Stay tuned, because the next technique will delve even deeper, fostering a stronger connection they won't easily forget. Number 10. Intensify doubt. The intensify doubt technique centers on planting just enough uncertainty in their mind to keep them reconsidering their role in your life. While people often seek comfort and assurance, introducing a hint of doubt can ignite their desire to understand where they stand with you.